Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. I am here. I can't help but giggle. I peek over top of the camera to just make sure everything is lined up, and every time I see my fingers, it just makes me giggle. So today was my first day back to work after my injury. I did take off all of last week. Tuesday I was planning on taking off because we were still in Gatlinburg. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I just couldn't. I could not go to work. But today, one of my students asked me, "Hey, Miss P, why do you have toilet paper on your fingers?" It does look like toilet paper. And so it's gauze, obviously. And I had been wrapping them just to this middle knuckle, the middle knuckle. But because I was at school and the school germs and everything is going around now, now that we're back in school, the stomach virus, the flu, all the things. And so I was like, I am going to cover this all up. I do not want anything accessing my cuts. So, so I do have it. It does look like toilet paper, but they are feeling better. They did throb quite a bit today because I stood up to teach all day long. And so my hand, I kept forgetting to keep it high, elevated. And so it would just start throbbing, and the nerves are starting to, I guess, grow back together. And I don't know if you just heard that, but my dog just snored. But anyway, so yeah, it was fine. I got through the day just perfectly fine. I didn't have to take any pain medicine. I don't take pain medicine. Ibuprofen and Tylenol is the magic mix for me. But I have tried not to take that the last few days just to, I don't know, give my stomach and my liver a break. So anyway, I giggle every time I see my fingers, and I know I look ridiculous, but what can you do? Okay, so I am here to do my weekly budget. This will be for the third week of September. I almost said July. Goodness gracious. And as you can see, I've got my fall decor out. I still have a summer candle, but I'm not going to mess with that until it's finished burning out. And so anyway, I enjoyed decorating my home for Halloween and Thanksgiving. I know it's early. I know it's just, the beginning of September, but I love fall decor. Love it. I don't know. It's homey. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started with this budget. And oh my goodness, did y'all see that? Apparently, yep. That's what I thought. Okay. I'm going to have a squirrel moment. Can you guys see those? Anybody with kids in braces can probably relate. And it's probably gross for me to even touch these because I know for a fact they've been in my daughter's mouth. She sat here last night for dinner, and obviously I didn't notice that she had left them on the placemat. These are the rubber bands that go on her braces. She just recently had to start using rubber bands. Her bite is off, I guess, and so the orthodontist told her she had to wear these for a couple months. But anyway, I find these things everywhere. It's so annoying. I'm like, do I save them or do I toss them? I guess you throw them away. I don't know why she doesn't throw them away. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in, and we will get started. All right, so this is going to be for September 12th through the 18th. Goodness, time flies. All right, so we have rollover that we're expecting of around $1,530. I haven't checked the bank account at all today. Actually, I didn't even check it yesterday. So hopefully everything's still good in there. I need to do that because tomorrow I'll have to do film my budget check-in. Mr. P should have around 1,000. He did get more than his 40 hours, but because some of that was vacation hours, I don't know how that will work. So I'm not sure. So I'm just going to say 1,000. Other, I'm not expecting anything else. Okay, so this will be $25.30 for our total income for this week. I feel like I need to zoom in just a little bit more. All right, so we only have one actual bill and expense this week, and it's Geico. And that will be for $28. And that is it for bills. So $28, and that leaves us with $25.02. Okay, let me move my candle out of the way. And then down here to sinking funds and savings, $25.02. We've got for sinking funds, I'm planning on taking $210 out. And then for savings challenges, I'm going to do $248. And somebody had asked me last week if any of the money that I'm doing is going toward our summer savings for next summer, since I only get paid 10 months. And so in our savings challenges, I've been saving for the emergency fund. That will go into, I'll start my bucket over for summer savings. And so the emergency fund savings will actually start being the summer savings. And so this section is $458. And that leaves us with $2,044. All right, so I'll go up to my variable expenses, $2,044. And then we've got grocery. Grocery, I feel like I didn't spell that right. $150. Pets, $20. Household, $20. Mr. P, $30. This week I am going to get $50. Little Miss P will get $20. Eating out, I'm going to put it here, even though I do not plan to eat out at all. If we eat out, it will be with either our date money or our blow money. Gas, $70. And miscellaneous, $10. Then I'm just going to go ahead and write unbudgeted just in case something comes up. All right, so this section of variable expenses, this all goes in my wallet, is $370. And that leaves us with $1,674. And I'm going to move this down. We do not have any debt payments due this week. This is where Uplift would have come out. I should put the Uplift money toward a debt, but I am going to just keep continuing rolling everything over till the very end. So Snowball is going to get 0, and we are just going to roll over the $1,674. And eventually, I guess I will start once, I don't know. I want to give it a couple months with our budget just to make sure everything's good before I start throwing money at the Snowball during the school, or like during the week or during the month. I'm just so used to paying it all at the end unless something big comes in. But anyway, that's my plan. All right, so now I've got to do my cash planning. So I've got my cash planning pad. I'm going to just write in the categories, and then we will get back to talking about all the different denominations in a minute. Okay, I've got all of my categories filled out, and then I have gone ahead and put the amounts for the groceries, things like that go in my wallet, since we already talked about that. So for groceries, I always get the same amount each week, and I found that $150 and $520s works out pretty perfectly for us. Pets a $20, household a $20, Mr. P a $20 and a $10. Mrs. P, I'm going to get 2 20s and a 10. Miss P is going to get 4 5s for her $20. Gas, I'm going to get 3 20s and a 10. And miscellaneous is going to get a 10. All right, then I'm going to go down to beauty. It's going to get 25. Medical, 25. Sports, 25. And pool, 10. All right, so beauty is going to be a 20 and a 5. Medical, a 20 and a 5. Sports is going to get a 20 and a 5. And pool is going to get a 10. All right, subscriptions gets 10, vet 10, car tags 10, car maintenance 25, and home maintenance is going to get 70. All right, so subscriptions 10, 10, 10, 25, and 70. I'm going to do a 50 and a 20. All right, then we've got the emergency fund challenge, which is technically going to be my summer savings now, 60, vacation 60, or no, Christmas 60 and vacation 60. Mini Mondays is going to get 50, and YouTube Pop is going to get its 18. All right, so for the emergency fund, I'm going to get 2 10s. Let me make sure I'm in the right line. 2 10s, 6 5s, and 10 1s. Same with Christmas. For vacation, I'm going to do 10 5s and 10 1s. Mini Mondays, going to get 10 5s, and YouTube Pop is going to get 18 1s. All right, so that is how the breakdown goes. I'm going to go ahead and tally these up and see if I did the math correctly. I do know that this should add up to be $828. All right, so let's see. 50 and 50, that's 250, so 100. All right, our 20s is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 20s, which is 360. 10s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 10s, which will be 120. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 6 is 20, 30, 40 5s, which is 200. And 10, 20, 30, 48 1s, which is 48. All right, let's see if this adds up to be 828. Hopefully it does. All right, we got 100, 360, 120, 200, 48. 828, that's what we got. Okay, so we are good to go on that. Once again, I'm going to use my Post-it to use for the bank teller. Let me see if I've got the sticky side on the right. Some of my pads are the ones that like go back and forth for the like pop-up Post-it thing. This one's not, so. All right, so for 50s, I need 2 for $100. For 20s, I need 18, and that is for $360. 10s, I need 12, which is $120. 5s, I need 40. That's a lot of 5s. It's $200. And then 1s, I need 48, which is $48. And this should be $828. Okay, so that is what I take to the bank, put it with my check, and hopefully get the right denominations. All right, that is done. Now I need to get my meal plan pad out, so I'm going to go ahead and do our meal plan for the next week. Okay, so I have been watching some videos on like meal planning, like ideas for like meals, and I want to change things up, but I don't want to like throw too much at my family at one time. But and this is not like changing things up, but it is something that I've been craving, and I watched a video where they were cooking pinto beans in the crock pot, and that sounded so good to me, and I almost made pinto beans this weekend to go with our the cube steak, but we are out of Crisco. So I need to put on my my meal plan or in my grocery list Crisco, because I'm all out. That is one of those things that you don't use often enough to know, like, it's not a item that I purchase like frequently. Like, one jar of Crisco like lasts, I don't know, years, I guess, because I can't even remember the last time I bought it. And so we were out and I didn't even think about it when I was at the store the other day. All right, so this is going to be for September 12th through the 18th. Let me go ahead and zoom you in. And so Thursday we have a ball game. It's a home game. Of course, my daughter cheers, so she'll have to be there kind of early. So I'm going to do something easy, and I'm going to do hot dogs. And when I was looking for something in the freezer yesterday, mozzarella cheese, I was digging around in there and I found some hot dogs, some more than the Nathan's or Hebrew Nationals. I can't remember which brand it was, but hot dogs. And then I like the Johnsonville cheddar beef. They're like the thicker links, I guess. But anyway, hot dogs. I'm going to fix some slaw and some chili. And it'll just be canned chili right now because I don't have any like chili frozen or canned or anything like that. So hot dogs, slaw, and chili. Hot dogs, we've got the hot dogs. I'll need to get some buns. I need to get the slaw, like I get the pre-shredded cabbage. So slaw mix. I'll just mix it. You know, I've got all the stuff to make it. I just need the cabbage. And then I need to get some chili, like the Hormel chili. We like the chili, Hormel chili, no beans. I like beans, and I don't mind them, but I prefer no beans on the hot dog. All right, so that is that meal. That should be easy. I'll probably throw in some cheese on there. We have plenty of cheese for my daughter. All right, Friday. I also found where I had purchased, they were like on clearance. I guess they were maybe close to their best buy date. I cannot talk for nothing, for anything. Gosh, Miss P, use correct grammar. Anyway, naan bread, like small little naan bread, and there's 4 of them. So I thought I'll make some naan pizzas. So naan bread pizzas. And I watched, gosh, who was it that did this? Maybe it was Southern Frugal Mama. Was it her? No. It was either her or it was Mandy in the Making, where they made like different, I think it was Mandy in the Making, where they made different pizzas with naan bread. And I know one of them was pesto pizza with chicken. And I have like shredded chicken in the freezer. So I want to make myself pesto chicken pizza. But of course, my husband and my daughter, they're not going to go for that. So they're going to get the traditional that pizza sauce, marinara sauce, and mozzarella and pepperoni. I've already got the naan bread. I've already got cheese. I've got pesto. I've got chicken. I am out of pepperonis. We finally used up all the pepperonis out of the freezer. Pepperonis, and I need to get the pizza sauce. And I just literally get like spaghetti, like the cheap spaghetti sauce, like the Great Value brand, because it tastes to me exactly like the pizza sauce. All right, and then I'll probably have salad with that because we still have a little bit of salad left over in the fridge, so that'll be enough for like a little side salad. And so that'll be a good Friday night meal. All right, Saturday, there's a shadow. Saturday, I'm going to do FFY. Fend for yourself. My husband has like a wedding he has to do a DJ for, and so he's convinced my daughter to go with him and be like his sidekick. And so most likely they'll eat a big like late lunch and then go and probably eat at the wedding. I'm not sure how that works, if the DJ eats there, whatever, but regardless, he and my daughter will take care of themselves. I will just eat leftovers or whatever I can find at home, so nothing is going to be bought or made this day. All right, Sunday is going to be steaks. I don't buy steaks often. I feel like we have them maybe about once a month, sometimes a little more often, but I feel like once a month is a good amount for a steak dinner. We like ribeyes or chuck eyes, if I can get chuck eyes. They're hard to find in the store. A friend of ours was a butcher, and he told us that the chuck eyes are very similar to ribeyes, and they're a lot cheaper than ribeyes. If they're regular price, they're around $10, $11 a pound, whereas a ribeye is close to $20 a pound in our area. And if chuck eyes go on sale, it's usually $8 a pound. So I'm going to look for some chuck eyes. So we're going to have steaks. I love a baked potato with a steak. It's just like one of those things that I just have to have. So a baked potato, which we have potatoes, and I would like to do some roasted Brussels sprouts. Either that or air fry, but either way, I have been craving like the Brussels sprouts. My daughter eats them okay. My husband wouldn't touch them if his life depended on it, but anyway, that's what we're going to have as a side. He will probably have French fries. And we'll have some dinner rolls with this one. So we've got the rolls. I'll need to get steaks. Can y'all? No, y'all can't see that. I need to get steaks. Hopefully I can find some chuck eyes, or maybe they'll be on sale. We've got potatoes. We've got the rolls. I'll need to get Brussels sprouts. I do have frozen Brussels sprouts in the freezer. I don't know if you can roast frozen Brussels sprouts. I feel like they would be too watery from being frozen. I want to get the fresh ones, so I'm going to get fresh Brussels sprouts. I don't know what to even do with the frozen Brussels sprouts. If you guys have any ideas on how you cook frozen Brussels sprouts other than just like boiling them or steaming them to make, I don't know, the texture on that is what's going to throw my daughter off. I'll eat anything, but my daughter needs something a little bit more crispy. All right, so Monday is pinto bean day. My daughter's not going to love it, but I have got to raise my kids to eat soup beans, is what my grandma would have called them. So pinto beans, cornbread, and that's it. I'll probably cut up some onion. We've got chow chow. My daughter will not eat chow chow, but I will. I used to fix like stewed potatoes with it, but this meal is just going to be pintos in the crock pot, and I'll fix cornbread when I get home. I've got the pinto beans, and I actually have a ham hock in the freezer, so I can put that in with the pinto beans. I've got the cornmeal for the cornbread, but I need Crisco, so I'm going to go ahead and put Crisco on my list there so I don't forget it. Buttermilk. I still have some buttermilk, so I'm good there. All right, Tuesday is going to be barbecue chicken nachos. And this is going to be like a sheet pan meal. Saturday, we made barbecue chicken. I used chicken thighs, like boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And I wasn't real sure, the packs that I get from Sam's, sometimes there's 3 thighs in there, sometimes there's 4 or 5. It just depends. So I went ahead and thawed 2 packs of them and ended up with 8 chicken thighs. So I went ahead and cooked all of them and barbecued all of them. But we had 3, maybe even 4 pieces of chicken left over. And so I split those up into 2 different like portions and froze them. And I'm going to use 2 of them to do the sheet pan nachos. So I'll just thaw them out, cut them up, and just put them over the chicken, or put them over the like tortilla chips on the sheet pan. Some like Monterey Jack cheese, and I don't know, sour cream. I don't know what else I'll throw on there. But anyway, so barbecue chicken nachos. So this is like a repurposed meal. I will need to get some tortilla chips. That's pretty much a staple. Like we always pretty much have these, you know, each week that we buy because we love to eat salsa and chips. I've got the chicken. I might need to get some Colby Jack cheese. You know what? No, I don't, because I have some Mexican blend cheese. I do not need to get cheese. So that should be good. I don't think I'll need anything else. I might even like sprinkle some black beans over this, just very sporadically so my daughter doesn't notice. And then that should be good for that day. All right, so Wednesday is going to be stir fry. Stir fry with veggies. All right, so I am not going to declare what meat is going to be with this stir fry. And the reason I'm not is because it's possible we have leftover steak that I could put with it. I have tons of like rotisserie chicken that I've cut and put into the freezer. Just all sorts of like different random. We've got even like some pork loin like that's already cooked. Like whenever there's leftovers and I don't plan to eat them as leftovers, I sometimes will just take the portion and freeze it in a small container. And then I've got like random meat in there for things like this. So it could be pork stir fry, steak stir fry, or chicken stir fry. So I'm not sure, but it will be something, and I will not have to buy any meat to go with it. I will need to buy the stir fry vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and put up here stir fry vegetables. Usually I would just put frozen broccoli with it or fresh broccoli, but I'm kind of wanting like the whole like snow peas and carrots and broccoli, like all the vegetables. So my daughter can pick and choose which ones she'll eat out of it, but that's what I want to do. So we've got rice. We've got plenty of all the sauces and things I need for that, so that should be good. And I think that is all that I need for this meal or this menu. I can't think of anything else. The next week, I do know that there's some like a chicken corn chowder recipe that I want to try. I think it's a crock pot meal also that I want to. I cannot wait. Fall and soups and casseroles are my jam. So friends, I am going to go ahead and call this a day. Let me pull my candle over here. There's Nick hanging out in there. I'm going to blow it out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, friends.